Hi guys, welcome back to Creative Frenzy. Okay, so I figured while I was in the mood to be being creative and to be in the studio, I thought I'd do something to recycle some of the things that I've had lying around the house for a bit, and I wanted to try and see if it worked. So, as you can see, this is not your regular kind of craft. This is not really for children, so please be very careful when you do this. Don't have too much paper or flammable things around you. So right now the in thing to do is wax melts. So you have your candle wax, you melt it, you pour it on, not candle wax, it's wax melts, right? And then you stamp it. So I do have a set, but I wanted to try something a little bit different. I wanted to try something with, yeah, birthday candles and stuff from my Scentsy warmer. I save them because I don't always like the scent. Like this one's kind of dusty, but I just pop them out and then I save them in a drawer in my front room, and I have all these different scents. So you can use these, as you can see, as your wax melts. So your wax seal melts. Ish. You just have to be careful when you do it. So I thought I'd make some. So this is, and I do have a stamp, but I used a button in this case. This is just a leaf button, but there's so many different types of buttons out there. I have a whole bunch of different kinds, so I thought I'd try a bunch of different ones, see how they turn out. Some of them have like a little braided edge. I don't know. I thought I'd experiment, have fun, play with it. You could use just about anything really. If you didn't have buttons, you could do like a wood letter or something, like anything that you can stamp into it. You could probably use a wooden stamp maybe. I don't know if it'll melt the rubber though. So just be careful what you choose. Ooh, here's a real cool one. So here's one with a crest. I mean, a lot of us probably have like buttons galore. So I'm gonna try that one. That's a cool one. It doesn't have to be anything specific either. You could just choose a shape. Well, here's a small leaf. I had collected a whole bunch of different types of buttons for some project or other a long time ago. And then I never used them. So I found them in the basement and I thought I'd do something fun. Also, I had made all these little envelopes out of 4x6 paper. I have cut up a whole bunch of old scrapbook pads and created my own like journal cards out of them. So I do 4x6, 3x2, and I don't know, 4x3, 4x3, I don't know. Whatever it is, I just make a bunch of them, and then these are the 4x6 into little envelopes. I thought they'd make cute little pockets for inside a junk journal, so I thought I'd try one. You know, see what comes of it. I figure I'd make a bunch. Also, I got some thread from Dollarama. Nothing too expensive or precious. You could use embroidery floss if you wanted to. You could use baker's twine. You know, use your imagination. You could use ribbon. You can use whatever you feel like. But I thought it'd be kind of cute to try something like this. So in order to turn this envelope into a pocket, obviously I like this side better. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to snip this side off, and then I'm doing a little, oops, sorry, this way. I'll do a little sort of tab, not a tab, a little punch out. I could use something probably a bit smaller, but we'll just do it that way. It's not 100% center, but that's okay. We're going to go with it. So I wanted to try something that'll show up. So maybe some pink. I'm just going to cut a length. So matches for this probably wouldn't work because you need something that lasts a while. So one of these refillable lighters is probably your best bet. There's a knot in some of this thread. That's okay. I'm not going to worry about it. All I'm going to do is I am going to leave a little tail, and then I'm just going to wrap it around, and then like that. use this color. And I think this is strawberry melon or something like that. Get your flammables things out of the way. Make sure you do this on a non-flammable surface, heat resistant, so silicone or something like this, or even a cookie sheet if you wanted to. But I thought this would be cute. So all we're doing is just melting it. But we need a good amount. This is not as thick as your regular wax seal melts, but it doesn't cool down as quickly either. So it stays, and its melted state for a bit. I'm just going to plug that on there. Let that sit and cool, and we'll work on another one. So let's see. I don't have a huge selection, obviously. I mean, you could use a candle, birthday cake candle. I save mine. If you don't save yours, you know, they're fairly inexpensive at the dollar store, so let's make another one. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like using the other ones too, but I thought maybe, you know, if you didn't have all the supplies, an alternative is actually kind of cool too. So, let's see, is this cooled down enough? Oh, not too shabby. So it is a bit more liquidy, so let's see how this one turned out. So that's cooled down. That's not bad. And the bonus of this is it smells nice. So, you know, when you open up your junk journal, it's actually kind of cool. Yeah, it's raised because these are sort of domed, but I don't know, it adds a different kind of texture to it. Don't touch it until it's cooled down all the way though. Let's see, what else do we want to do in here? Maybe some, ooh, this burgundy. So, like I said, while I was playing, I thought I'd do something a little bit different. Just to see, like I said, you know, I'm still waiting for some things to come in. So it's kind of nice to see if you can make do with other supplies. Because we don't always have things come in on time, especially when you order from overseas. So it's a little bit difficult to get the timing right. So you could do this off center. It doesn't have to be all in the middle. Just make sure it's away from your flame. The last time I did this, it wasn't very big, but we could use a small button. So now that we have a small one, we could use that instead. We don't have to use a big one. Okay. If you're uncomfortable holding it with your hand, you can use tweezers. But this is the beauty of this. You can just, I mean, you light it and that's all you have to do. So make sure you stay on a heat-proof surface. Don't touch your paper. It'll go up in flames. I always have a fire extinguisher in my studio, you know, just in case. You never know. The thing is, it's not very predictable where it's going to drop, so you have to make sure you have enough. And this is white, so it's like, I don't know if it's going to show up too well. But I thought, you know, experimentation in the craft room is always cool. Don't get too close to your fingers. Blow it out. Oh, not that way. The other way. And then just let it sit there. If it doesn't work out, we can always put some of the other wax on there. It's not the end of the world. We'll let it go for now. Let me see. I'm going to get some ink. Ink that up. of course, you could do this with a hot glue gun if wax and fire, all that makes you nervous. By all means, hot glue gun works just as well. And you can hang something off of this string on the end, like a couple of punch-out hearts or something like that. Just glue them back to back. That works really well. Actually, I might do that on a couple of these, just to show you. Just thought it'd be really cute. So you can use up your grungy papers. You can use your gel prints for this. You can do whatever you like. I have a tag here. Let's see if it's actually going to work. Yeah. All right. So it's just nice to put a little bit of writing paper in there, some coffee dyed paper or whatever. If this is not sticking very well, because it is a different wax, you can always put a little bit of tape in the back or a little bit of glue. So here, I'll show you, since this doesn't stick the same as other things, which is actually kind of nice, because then you can do separate strings and you can glue it on separately. So you could do it that way too. So see, it doesn't quite work, but you know, in a pinch, if you run out of other stuff, it's not bad. So let's see how this one did. Shall I see? Nope, nothing. All right, bring out the big guns. You know what? I'll have to do this one again. If you have a really nice, oh, hang on. I got this one. I could pop this one out. You could always melt it on here and then use a spoon to pour it on if that's the way you wanted to do it. So I'm just going to pop this out. Sometimes it takes a little bit of... I'm going to use a knife. Ooh. There we go. Probably not the best use for tweezers, but there we have it. It smells like Christmas. Yeah, it's still left over from then, which is okay. Pine smells good. All right, let's see if we can do this again. Get the flammable things out of the way. This way at least it'll fall where you need it to. Let's do this little guy. Let's hold it for a second. Let it cool. And you don't have a big mess, which is kind of nice. Let that sit. Let's see, what else can we do? We'll do one more. Let's see. Actually, if we wanted to do it separately, you absolutely could. Use your heat-proof mat. Get some string or some yarn or baker's twine. Do you want, actually, let's do some baker's twine. So we're just going to I'm trying to remember how to do this. All I'm trying to do is try to sort of make a loose kind of bow thing. All we're going to do is we are going to melt some wax on that. Get that out of the way. Make sure it's a good amount because you want to be able to have something to glue it onto. If you have one of those silicone mats for the hot glue gun that you get from the dollar store, that would work nicely too. All right, let's see how this one did. Since you can tell it's all cooled down when it's sort of gone more opaque. Are you ready? Oh, you're not gonna come up? Oh, didn't quite do it. It's not the same as other wax, right? Obviously, but again, in a pinch, it's not horrible. You see part of it. I mean, you know, it's not perfect, but that's okay. All right, there's that. How are we doing here? Oh yeah, see, that's not too bad. You see a little bit of the string, but that's okay. Alrighty, let's see what we can do with these. Let's get the lighter out of here so we don't burn anything. Safety first. Let's see what we can do with these. Now you could tie a button on these. You can, like I said, do the little punch outs. What do I want to do? I don't know what I want to do. I don't even know if I have a small punch. Let's see. It took a bit of doing. So let's do a leaf regardless. We can use coffee dyed paper for this if we wanted to. Or you could use anything really, but I thought coffee dyed paper would be pretty. It's a little bit more variegated. Alright, we'll get our glue. There we go. Would help if we cleared the decks a little bit. So you just want to make sure you get the string on there. So I'm going to do it sort of over here so that it's long, and we can cut off the excess. You want to line them up as best as you can. And then we cut off a little bit of that. And we can leave some of it hanging. That'd be kind of cute. Cardstock would probably have a bit more weight to it. Let's see if we can do this one too. So there, that's kind of cute, right? And then when you go put that into a junk journal, that'd be neat. Okay, let's, I already have some blue on here. I don't know if I want to do more blue. Probably not. That's okay. Kind of like our leaf theme we've got going on here. You can hang different charms off of this too, if that's what you wanted to do. There we go. It's a little finicky. Just press down hard so they actually stay together. And we need more leaves. Simple shapes are probably better for this, but that's okay. Because it'd be easier to line up, I think. So that's the second one. Let's do this one. Again, if that is not sticking, put some glue underneath. just a dollop, and just press it down. That way it's not going anywhere on you. Okay. You can always put more in the back, but when you go to glue it down on your book page, it'll be fine. Come on. A little finicky, I know. Come on, there we go. Now we could do it the other way so it looks like leaves are falling. That'd be kind of cool. Just little tails. Make sure they line up. And we need more. Let's see. Come on. Again, a little finicky. Make sure your hands are more or less clean from glue. These would be cute in like fall colors and things like that, but you could even do flowers, hearts, butterflies would be cute. I'm trying to keep it all simple. You can always pull them off and replace them if they don't suit the journal you're putting them in. So, and then we have this one. Let's see, what color should we use? Yeah. Ooh. Let's go dark and moody. So let's say, you know, you didn't want to put the string around it because it was an afterthought. You can do it this way. You can make a bunch ahead of time. It really doesn't need a whole lot of inking, but it's just kind of cool when you see the edge. Okay, now let's see if we can get this off nicely. Oh yeah, see? And then all you have to do is glue it down. So and then you can place it anywhere. You can put it right underneath, whatever you like to do. I would not use a hot glue gun for this because you'll just melt your wax. And you don't want that. And you just let that sit and dry, and you're good to go. So these are cute. So these are made with just, you know, leftover wax melts that you had in your Scentsy wax burner. You pop them out and then use a lighter and away you go. And some string, some scrap pieces of paper if you have any lying around, and you're done. Cute, right? I hope you like them. I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.